I want us to do an analysis of what happened yesterday in Kisii, where Simba Arati and Sylvanus Osoro confronted each other in the presence of the Deputy President William Ruto and Raila Odinga. I want us to go inside that meeting and try to figure out what really transpired. And I'll be very brief and I'll try to explain everything. And in my analysis, I'm going to divide it into sections. The event, what was the event all about? I'll also go into the sitting arrangement, the meaning there. Then I'll go into Osoro's speech, Simba Arati's speech, because those speeches is what caused all this tension. And then I'll go further to the chaos itself, and then the aftermath of that event. And let us just get straight to the analysis. What was the event all about? Now, before we go into that, if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Now, let us look at the event. What was the event in Kisii yesterday? The event, sadly, was a burial. It was a burial of the father to Joash Maangi. Joash Maangi is the deputy governor for Kisii. Joash Maangi was elected on an ODM ticket, but his loyalty currently is towards William Ruto. And yesterday, for the first time, probably I understood why his loyalty is to William Ruto. He knew Ruto in 1992. So that's a long time friendship, which politics cannot separate. In fact, even in the last election, Maangi shifted to Jubilee. But towards the election time, that's when he came back to ODM and he was nominated again as the running mate. I've never understood why Yongwai insisted on appointing him as the running mate. Maybe he's so popular, maybe his clan, because politics in this country is also about clan, and everybody converged there. Ruto was there, Raila was there. Ruto was there as a friend, Raila was there as a friend, because this guy even hosted Raila and Ruto sometimes back in the United States of America. Now let us look at let us go and look at the sitting arrangement. The second thing I want us to look at. If you followed that event, something was not right. That's the honest truth with the sitting arrangements, because I've always maintained on this platform that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. I'm actually trying to look for the photo. Nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally designed to achieve specific political objectives. Let us look at the sitting arrangement, because from the sitting arrangement, there's something you can pick from the onset of this meeting. If you look at these photos, there's Joash Maangi, which is okay, seated there. To his right is Dr. William Ruto, which is okay. Then after Ruto, there's a guy here. I don't even know this guy. I want to assume he's the member of parliament. So I'm just trying to get another picture where these people are visible. So there's that guy seated there. Then after that guy, who is not known, then there is James Ongwai, who is the governor. In an ideal situation, what ought to have happened here is that we would have Maangi seated there, then we have Ruto, then we have Ongwai. So who is this guy seated here? Then after Ongwai, I think there was another gentleman. After why there was a gentleman is when you come to Raila Odinga. I'm not even getting those photos because the photos taken here. Okay, let me just go to Raila's page. Maybe I can get those photos there. Just a minute. Yes. From Ongwae, then there is Raila, then there's Janet Ongera. So there's something which was wrong from the onset in the sitting arrangement. If you leave that, behind William Ruto, or close to William Ruto, there was Sylvanus Osoro, and then there was, to the other side, there was also Omanga. Again, these are not the senior-most politicians from the region. Where was the senator for Kisii, Professor Samungeri, who is more senior in all this? Okay, apart from that, there are members of parliament who are serving their second term, like Onyonka. In any sitting arrangement, or Onyonka should actually be closer to the deputy president than Osoro and Omanga. So it tells you that this event was purely a tanga-tanga event. And if you listened to the speeches, this guy, former member of parliament, Omingo Magara, alluded to the fact that that funeral, the whole funeral, was possible because of William Samoei Ruto. He contributed almost everything. And the tent was the one which was contributed by the governor. Remember, the governor is working with this guy in the same office. So there was something wrong from the sitting arrangement. And I want to ask you a simple question. Where was Fred Okengo Matiang'i? Where was Fred Okengo Matiang'i? Why was he missing in this, from this event? Probably Fred Okengo Matiang'i had intelligence that people were going to heckle him. Because this heckling, according to my sources, was targeted at two people, Janet Ongera and Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And that's why Fred Matiang'i missed this event. And because in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, on the very day that event was happening in Kisii, this is the Standard on Monday, which was yesterday, February 1st. Fred Matiang'i was actually the headline. What next for Super CS after blessing? But where was he? If he was blessed as the Gusii leader, where was he? And what was this headline here supposed to achieve, politically speaking? So the question is, where was Fred Okengo Matiang'i in all this? Then you can tell. Let's now go to the speeches of Arati and Osoro. Let's begin with Osoro because Osoro spoke first. When Osoro started speaking, something was very clear, that he was being cheered. I don't expect people to be cheered in funerals. He was being cheered by the people at the front. In fact, at some point, Governor Ongwae had to ask the people seated in the dome to relax so that the people at the back also can also listen. Because the people at the back were not mobilized to heckle. So these guys cheered Osoro. And Osoro found the opportunity to lecture Raila Amolo Odinga. And in my considered opinion, Simba Arati responded because Osoro was, in his own thinking, attacking Raila Odinga, and he didn't want that.
You cannot tell us William Ruto is a thief when you used William Ruto in 2007. You cannot tell us William Ruto is bad when you used him for Pentagon. Alikuwa mwizi siku gani? Hatuwezi kubali hiyo. Hatuwezi. Wangapi wananionyesha mikono ya William Ruto? Wananionyesha. Hiyo ndio tunaona hapa Kisii na hatutishi. Thank you very much.
From that speech by Osoro, it is clear that they had an objective, and that's why the sitting arrangement was designed that way. That's the fact. And because this is politics, I don't know at what point these guys allowed Simba Arati because it was expected. Simba Arati is known. Ni mtu wa Raila. After Osoro, Richard Onyonka spoke. He spoke so well, like someone who is mature, politically speaking. Osoro was carried by the current. Then from Onyonka's speech, you could also get some things. He wanted to say certain things, but he did not really say them. Then Arati came. And this is where the hell broke loose.
I want just to put it straight. Kwamba nimesikia hii habari kwamba Mheshimiwa Deputy President yuko hapa, Mheshimiwa Prime Minister yuko hapa, na kuna narrative ya dynasty Kenya hii. Ndugu yangu Gashago amesema hapa vizuri sana kwamba MCAs waliongwa na milioni 2. Kwani sisi wabunge tunaongwa na milioni 7 kwa grant? Si tunapewa milioni 7 na tunakura mshahara wa milioni 1. Sasa wacha hii porocho ndogo ndogo kuambia watu kwamba MCAs wacha hiyo biashara. Wacha hiyo biashara, wacha kabisa. Kitu ya pili, na mnisikize vizuri. Kitu ya pili, hatuwezi sema kwamba kuna mambo ya dynasty. Kuna kabila mbili ambazo zimeongeza nchi yetu. Moi akaongoza kwa miaka 24. Wakikuyu wameongoza kwa miaka 35. Tena mtuambie kwamba tugeuke tena tupee mkale kwa miaka 10. Hapana. Biashara kama hiyo hatuwezi. Ni wangapi wanasema hatutaki hiyo biashara? Sawa, asante. Great. Asante. Asante. Asante.
Arati also used the occasion to attack the deputy president. And he attacked him on several issues. One of them is the choice of allies. He talked of conmen and what Joash. And I think this did not sit down well with Osoro. And that's why Osoro decided to come and grab the microphone. Who are William Ruto's allies from Kisii? There is Don Bosco Geshana. Then there is Zahir, the guy who was implicated in gold with Moses Wetangula. Those are the allies of William Samoei Ruto. So Osoro was telling him that as Kisiis, these guys do not really represent the face of the true hardworking people of Kisii. The second thing, which I think he also talked about, he used the occasion to respond to another lie which was being spewed by another William Ruto's ally, Rigathi Gachagua. I don't know whether it's called Rigathi or Girathi, I don't know. So Gachagua had told the people seated there that the president was bribing MCS with a loan grant, with a car grant, sorry, of 2 million. Arati reminded him that even members of parliament were bribed by a 7 million car grant. So basically, Arati was not seeing any reason why a member of parliament should accuse MCS while they also beneficiaries. Up to that point, I totally agree with Simba Arati. And one thing I also agree with is this idea of car grants. MCS, if you go to these counties, MCS are actually doing business with governments, which is illegal. Why? Because they are broke. Their salary was reduced. They don't have car grants. So these guys, some of them don't even go to the villages. They don't even go to the assemblies because they don't have money. So if anything can be done to improve their welfare, because if you take, for example, my ward, Southeast Nyakach, very big, very, very big. You know, I wonder even how the MCA there, who is my former schoolmate, is managing. Personally, I can't contest as a MCA. I've always said that just because of several other factors, including the kind of salaries these guys get, the kind of jobs, because you take a job, you promise people to do things, then once you sit on that job, you realize that it's just not possible. So Simba Arati also dealt with the issue of 2007 post-election violence. That's the elephant in the room for William Samoei Ruto in Kisii. That's the point. That's the point Osoro came and grabbed the microphone from Simba Arati. And the chaos erupted. And if you ask me, I'm not sad that these guys fought. I'm sad that it was just shameful. It was a federal. But I'm very happy that it didn't involve a voter or ordinary Kenyan. In William Ruto's words, let me say it didn't involve the hustlers. These were the leaders fighting. Leaders fighting. So it means if they injure themselves, they can easily fly themselves outside the country for treatment. They can easily go to Nairobi hospital for treatment. It means even if they were to eliminate each other, still they'll have that insurance and the family will still benefit. If it were an ordinary person, you get injured or you get eliminated, you get maimed, it's up to you. You suffer your own sufferings. So for the chaos, I don't have problems with it. My only concern was that it happened in a funeral. And again, I blame the organizer, who is Joash Maangi. He allowed it. He allowed it because even from the people he allowed to speak, the elders, the youth, the women, they were just there singing his praise for 2022. Let us go into the aftermath of the event, of the chaos. After Osoro and Arati sorted themselves, and who won? In my considered opinion, Arati won because he remained standing. Osoro was down. When you are down in a war, it means you've lost. So, what's the aftermath? Raila spoke, then Ruto spoke. Again, immediately Raila spoke, he left. And that's something I also want to try and understand. Why did he leave? My considered opinion is that Raila Odinga, Simba Arati, and Ongwae knew the game plan of William Ruto, Osoro, and Omanga. So they wanted to beat these guys at their own game. So Raila spoke, left. He was followed by Arati. He was followed by James Ongwae. When they left the venue, they met that huge crowd waiting for them. And the crowd went with them. Then the crowd went with them and up to the Kisii town. And there they found another huge crowd. And they addressed the crowd in Kisii. So basically, William Ruto had purposed to finish the rally with the people who are mobilized there. Then these guys, he would go with them and address them. So watu wale watangulia. So Raila went with this team and they were received well. And you know Ruto has intelligence after the incident. Then he realized, okay, then I can't now do this because Raila is already ahead of me. So William Ruto finished, he left. So who won again? And that's politics. Bye-bye. And again, those who are asking for my number, you can always reach me on 0777 741323. If you want anything, I've seen people asking me for my PayPal number, email, even for my M-Pesa. Please just take your time. I'm available on WhatsApp. Just 0777 741323. Just send me WhatsApp, then we can figure out how to do it from there. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.